Yeah. Tell them motherfucking truth. I do, nigga. Let's go. I got gas on. I got gas on. I got gas on. Dick. And you know it. I got gas on. I got gas on. I got gas on. Dick. I'm about to blow it. 22 shit. Murder. Well, you was a motherfucking fool, cuz. You motherfucking mind right.
MTCB.
I got gas on deck and you know it. You know I like to blow it till a nigga lose focus and this shit is so potent. I'm about to lose my balance. The shit you smoking savage, I be blowing on that cabbage. I got gas on deck and you know it. You know I like to blow it till a nigga lose focus and this shit is so potent. I'm about to lose my balance. The shit you smoking savage, I be blowing on the cabbage. Yeah, blowing on the stick, you be blowing on that shit smelling bad. That shit come out the trash and you put it in the bag. That shit is kinda sad when you think about it, but I don't even wanna do that, don't even bring around me. Cause he fake and he phony, what he serving looking lonely, like it ain't enough. The boy ain't that fluff, respectfully I decline to serve. Oh, how these motherfuckers getting on my nerves. Talking about this is the best in the city, boy, I know you fucking with me. I'm like, do you got that flavor like Craig Mack? Talking about come and shop, boy, you see I got that set, others have none of that. Kinda wanted that, running back. I got gas on deck and you know it. You know I like to blow it till a nigga lose focus and this shit is so potent. I'm about to lose my balance. The shit you smoking savage, I be blowing on that cabbage. I got gas on deck, and you know it. You know I like to blow it till a nigga lose focus, and this shit is so potent. I'm about to lose my balance. The shit you smoking savage, I be blowing on the cabbage. Yeah, blowing on the cabbage, I'ma let you have it. Roll it in and grab it. The lighter that is, the fire that is. The higher I get, the flyer I spit. MacGyver that bitch, if you put a hole in it, then you find your clothes missing. Then you wake up, then you bake them. Like women, they put on makeup, take the same time. Your mind, take the leaf and ride. Make sure you put your car and drive. After you get out of the garage, everything look like a collage until you get focused. Yeah. What's the nigga? Know it. I got gas on deck and you know it. You know I like to blow it till a nigga lose focus and this shit is so potent. I'm about to lose my balance. The shit you smoking savage, I be blowing on that cabbage. I got gas on deck, and you know it. You know I like to blow it till a nigga lose focus, and this shit is so potent. I'm about to lose my balance. The shit you smoking savage, I be blowing on the cabbage. Yeah.
Today, from Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. It's week 15 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, much of the country is struggling under cold temps and some of that white stuff. No such troubles here at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Today we reach week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Motherfucker, better notice that it's me, Murder G. When I hit the studio in the streets, I'm a beast. Never told, never told, we ain't the same, and I know this. That's why I roll along, can't fuck with you, you bogus. Better notice that it's me, Murder G. When I hit the studio in the streets, I'm a beast. Never told, never told, we ain't the same, and I know this. That's why I roll along, can't fuck with you, you bogus. And you know it, pay attention to the signs. When you talk behind my back, you ain't a fucking friend of mine. So tell the truth, no need to lie. Shouldn't come as a surprise. I'm on top and you realize that I'm just one of them guys. Yeah, little money on the bitch, you got to go. I light me up a counter while I'm rolling up the smoke. And I'm sitting in the corner while I'm writing on my rhymes. Taking over 5 times just to make sure it's fine. And the nigga did features and your niggas never drop. That's a cushion nigga sour on top. Nigga went and dropped the bombs on the track and you was weak. Almost put my ass to sleep, I had to get off in these streets. Swerve, this nigga's me, Murder G. When I hit the studio in the streets, I'm a beast. Never told, never told, we ain't the same, and I know this. That's why I roll along, can't fuck with you, you bogus. Better notice that it's me, Murder G. When I hit the studio in the streets, I'm a beast. Never told, never told, we ain't the same, and I know this. That's why I roll along, can't fuck with you, you bogus. From what I know, the shoe been gloating, man. Focus on the mission. top is all I'm getting, cause I spit shit so ridiculous. And then just look, I had no business, bitch. I work her out like fitness. I am tipping while she's stripping for a biscuit. Life is different. I bet you know it's dead. Where you homie at? How you gon' react? You been blowing stacks, I've been blowing back with a stack. Sitting in the chair while your girl give me the cabbage pad. Eyes hella water in your brain, couldn't handle it. Knew I was a G, you did not say 2 words to me. Cause that cone is all you see, and your girl on top of me. Fucked your world up properly, and I ain't even know this. Let's keep the thing going. Notice that it's me, merchant. When I hit the studio in the streets, I'm a beast. Never told, never fooled, we ain't the same, and I know this. That's why I won't long can't fuck with you, you bogus. Better know that it's me, merchant. When I hit the studio in the streets, I'm a beast. Never told, never fooled, we ain't the same, and I know this. That's why I roll along, can't fuck with you, you bogus.
Tell me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
They'll get this out to Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Tagovailoa going to try and throw on 3rd down. Finds a seam inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line. A big play there for the Dolphins.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Well, Brandon, obviously no panic in them. They gave up the touchdown. You know, their defensive side did that. But he's already taken them back downfield. I love this field general that they've got. It's almost like he went to the defensive captain and said, don't worry about it. We've got you. Now they got 1st and goal.
Yeah, we're seeing punch, counter punch. And this could be setting the table for quite the game.
I like that. Let's go ahead and put it in the boxing ring, right? You're going to get hit sometimes. Can you respond and hit back? And they're trying to do exactly that.
Gaskin is into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game that gets him home.
It certainly appears that they lulled the defense into thinking that the passing game was going to be it the entire drive. Nice change up there going to the running game to get him over the goal line.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll drop to throw. Again, he's got that man Landry. That catch good for only a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Had his hands on it, but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake. 3rd down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Back to throw again. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the 1st down.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there. It's 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Seven, our score after 1. The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll run it with Bell. Powers through it. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They only needed about 4 or 5 inches there. Relied on the big guys up front and got it done.
Yeah, this is the time to just go ahead and hit it straight ahead. No juking, right? No movement in the backfield. Take the ball and go. As I heard a coach tell a player a long time ago, Dave, you're dancing for the club, son. Just get up into that line of scrimmage.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Sliding out of the... And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Jets have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes Jalen Waddle from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Now we'll see what the big tight end Mike Gesicki and the rest of the offense has in store. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball and let his quarterback know he's open.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2nd and 6.
End result of that one, a nice 4-yard gain. So you can use that to set up your play-action game. Or you can come right back and continue to run the football because as an offensive play caller, you're on schedule and feeling pretty good about your next couple of calls.
And he is going to lose yardage here. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Crowder now to return. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. So we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC as the Jets come back out on offense. And for the moment, they're sitting pretty in possession of that number 2 seed. But as we know, it often happens, this is all still subject to change.
No, you're so right about that. But even though the math isn't there yet, I think it's going to take new math for them not to make the playoffs. They're almost certainly going to be in the tournament and certainly going to be a dangerous team if you have to play against them.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator. Showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays under that type of duress. That's an example of what we're seeing the colleges deliver to the NFL.
And that's caught by Landry. He's got a Jets touchdown. A great effort there. With his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Waddle is going to elect to not bring this out, and instead his guys will begin at the 25-yard line. So the Dolphins offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And as we take a look at the playoff picture, certainly still a lot of jostling to go in these final few weeks. For the moment, they would be a wild card team, far from locked up, but that's why this is exciting. These last few weeks, a lot to play for.
So much to play for, and remember, 7 teams in each conference go to the playoffs instead of 6. And not to mention, remember when the league made that move a few seasons ago to put divisional games at the end of the year? So you get to week 16 and 17, you're playing for playoff spots, and you're playing divisional games. Couldn't be more exciting than that.
Just a yard in the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They get correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moved.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Give him 9 there, the first down completion. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. To his throw, taken in here by Fuller.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Tua setting up shop to throw again. Quickly into the hands of Fuller. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
And these two hooked up on a nice gain to play before, and I always admire play callers that see a play that works and go right back to it, so they went right back to him. The reward, they're set up with 1st and goal.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Touchdown. Jalen Waddle hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he returns this at the 22. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going deep here for Landry. A leap in. He's got it. He got it. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They're going to look to throw. And he'll go right back to Landry. It's complete again. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Landry, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And the Dolphins are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. And he finds Parker here, complete. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
So we've reached halftime with the visiting Jets on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And it's the Panthers who are out in front. Sam Darnold has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we'll head east to stay in New York, sort of, as we check on the Giants at home at MetLife Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting Dallas Cowboys. Daniel Jones throwing the football well. He has 3 touchdown passes. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting New England Patriots. Jonathan Taylor with a touchdown run. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Grant Cotton and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins down on the scoreboard, but they'll have it at first as we get going in this third quarter. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Dolphins getting set to go back to work here in quarter number 3. And they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
The linebacker C.J. Mosley in on the stop. Second down at 5. Again they run with Gurley. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 47 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On the handoff, it's Gaskin. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4 down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Working with a 2nd and 4. Now they'll throw with Tagovailoa. He's got Fuller.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
A nice run there by Gurley on first down as he'll get about 7 out of it.
Hey, when you get good yards like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Meanwhile, Tua's throw is taken in by Waddle. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Dolphins are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves all the way down to the 1. Now Carter, and he is in. Touchdown, Miami. Stephen Carter, his first touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone, and only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. And it was his interception on the last drive that wound up leading to a game-tying touchdown.
And somehow you can make this a positive, though. You know why? Game tied now. So you're not protecting a lead, so you're not playing that way. You got to go get the lead again. So maybe it loosens him up a little bit and allows him to go ahead and be a little more free in his play.
To the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second and 1. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package, a guy who can do everything, as we just saw there, including breaking tackles.
But at the time, second-round pick in 2013, some people probably wishing they'd taken him in the first. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's the tight end. This is Landry. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out to his left. And he's out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 4. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. To throw. Crowder's got it over the middle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
They'll set up to throw. He'll check it down to Bell. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Steps away. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. To end the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. He's going to dump it off to Gurley. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Tua going to throw. Got a man. It's Waddle, complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, and he's able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. Tua now on first down. They'll get this off to Gurley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Again, they will throw it with Tagovailoa. Able to find Shaheen here. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Steven Nelson. And the Jets are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll set up a throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And that ball incomplete. He couldn't work free from his defender, and now it's 3rd down. Back to throw here. And this is caught. He hits more. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Another good throw there of what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job here in his 1st year. Normally, veterans talk about, hey, I've got the answers to the test before the game even begins. But this guy's taking the test with every throw, with every game. And so far, he's passing with flying colors.
Now this is Le'Veon Bell with a reception. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. He'll look to throw. Going deep here for Landry. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. It's a big play that time by the Jets. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Again, he's got that man Landry. Touchdown, Jets. Carter Landry, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Jets are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead now up to 14. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. That's going to be caught by Waddle. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking to pass. Tua. They'll get this out to Gurley. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Tua to throw again. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Here's Tua. Dumps it off to Gurley. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. Tua. And that one finds the ground, breaking a string of 5 straight completions. And it brings up 2nd down. No, third down. Tagovailoa. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
On the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And did the Dolphins get it? Yes. Miami football. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Now an open man. That's the tight end, Gesicki. It's complete. And he's tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And that one's complete to Gurley. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Tua to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. And remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early. to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Over the middle, the tight end Shaheen with it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Now Tua. He'll get this out wide to Gaskin. And he loses the football a second time. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. Can almost see inside his face mask there the look of relief. He coughed it up, but it goes out of bounds. They keep it.
Someone carrying around a lucky horseshoe, aren't they? If I were him, I'd go out and play the lottery after that one. A very fortunate man.
And they're operating in plus territory here. They're thinking points. Definitely don't want to lose the football at this juncture. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. On play action, here's Tua. And he's got his tight end. It's Mike Gesicki. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That's 30 yards now in the last two plays. Back 15-yarders, and they're rolling. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. Good yardage on first down. Now can they punch it in on second and goal? Here's Tua. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown. Probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So with just a few ticks left, they need a miracle. And now the Jets are going to get this one, and that might be all she wrote. They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jets, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Miami, their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
All right, enough setup. Let's play you this clip our good friend Nia Polanco shared with us from her interview with Manny Kahue, offensive coordinator for the New York Jets.
As we get into the stretch run of the season, insiders expect your name to be in the mix as a potential candidate for head coach. Any interest on your end should the opportunity present itself?
I'm not.
Man, it's good to actually hang out with you guys again. I feel like it's been forever since we've been able to just chill, you know?
Bro, you see me at least once a week. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about Miss Freaking Flyer Miles over here. She's been going coast to coast scouting these prospects.
Ooh, get it, Jay!
Congrats, you deserve it.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, it's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive, and at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, coach. I thought the ratios, if you got to 3-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Shart's got it, left side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he goes out right around the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Lawrence. That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. With the handoff to Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack and to stop him short of the 1st. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. Hunter Nice-Swander on to punt now on 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Crowder. Call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback. They'll come out throwing here on first down. To the right side and complete to Landry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw it right there. They want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They're going to try and throw. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A surprising move to go for it predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. Throwing now, Lawrence on first down. Got his man, it's Eifert. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it...
And it's out. He put it on the carpet, and it's scooped up by Jets. There he goes right side. Past the 20. And he will not get all the way home, but he will take this back down to about the 2-yard line.
Hey, whatever happened to the days of just getting a fumble recovery? Everyone's into taking it the other way and trying to create points themselves, aren't they?
Well, they are, and now a terrific opportunity inside the 5. They'll set up to throw. And that is pulled in by Herndon for a Jets touchdown. Chris Herndon, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets have taken a first quarter lead. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. First carry for the Clemson man, Travis Etienne. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They go play action now. Lawrence. He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Now Lawrence on first down. It's complete to Eifert. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So the assignment, a tough one here for this defense. You've got a quarterback ranked in the top 5 in passing yards. What do they need to do to try to keep him under wraps?
Well, they didn't sleep a whole lot getting ready for this one. I can guarantee you there's just so much to combat. But I think they're going to zero in on taking away his top target. Double, triple him if they have to. Make the other guys rise up and try and beat them. They'll feel a whole lot better if those guys win into routes instead of their number 1 guy.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
On first down, It's Robinson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson: 18 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Lawrence. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets 16.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
He will push his way down to about the 14. Malik Jefferson in there on the stop. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it now with Robinson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Now Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set up 1st and goal.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. James Robinson hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying this one up. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The offense for the Jets ready to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
A big play there on the catch and run. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. But they also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. Takes 2 to tango. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So a costly penalty yardage-wise as that'll move the football down to the spot of the foul.
And what the officials are looking for in these situations, whether you're playing the man or the ball. And if you're playing the man, you get a lot less leeway in terms of what's going to happen at the end of the play. But if you're looking for the football, it's less likely to draw the flag.
The tackle made by Caleb Chason.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. On the move to his left. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
As a rookie quarterback, that's exactly how you endear yourself to your teammates. Give it up for the cause. It's also how you end up on the training table, too.
Yeah, it's a catch-22. Coach doesn't like it. Teammates love it. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a Le'Veon Bell touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of 1st downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath. Settle down and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score. That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st down, Lawrence. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 40.
That's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the 1st down.
Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
And Thomas has it. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their 1st timeout, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Etienne. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. They call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
The whole idea of the screen pass is to fool the defense in a big way and create a big play.
They weren't fooled.
Not 1 second, not 1 bit. How about them figuring it out, diagnosing it, and spilling it for lost yardage?
On is Josh Lambo now for the Jaguar field goal. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in this 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they really won't have much time to work with. Just 19 seconds showing on the clock. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Rashawn Jenkins picks it off. And he will have a 1st down here as they get into field goal range as well, down at the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Lawrence will throw. Open man right side is Shark. Touchdown Jaguars! DJ Shark in the final seconds of the first half. And once again, the Jaguars are back out in front. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 17-14. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Returnable here for Davis. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with only 4 seconds on the clock, time likely for just one snap of the football. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep now for Landry. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete. So we've reached an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in the second half. Returnable here for Davis. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Well, the Jets head out on offense here to start this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Bell, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On play action, they'll throw. He'll buy some time right. He's got his veteran tight end Landry. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. They'll roll him out right. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at a 45. Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense, and now as a defensive coordinator, you've got some extra work to do to prepare for him and their offense.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shut downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it and run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Carter Landry with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing again on second down. Lawrence. That's once again complete to Chark. And that last throw, Charles, an important one stat-wise for this young rookie. It puts him over 4,000 yards passing for the season.
And you think about some of the great seasons by rookie quarterbacks in recent vintage. How about Andrew Luck in 2012 with 4,374 yards? Cam Newton had a big rookie year. So did Robert Griffin III. And how about Justin Herbert in 2020? He hit the league with a splash.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, he's got Chenault. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far in this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way down.
7 yards, the pickup there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Looking to throw, Lawrence. That'll be caught right side, Chenault with it. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. And that ball is caught by DJ Chark for the Jags touchdown. DJ Chark with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Returnable here for Davis. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. They had seized the lead there for a little bit with a starting drive in the 3rd quarter, but a moment ago the touchdown that puts them back behind.
So their defense is under siege a little bit right now because they have not able to solve their opponents. So they've got to keep hammering away on offense and try and win this one in what appears to be a shootout.
And oh, what a catch that time by Landry. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Again, he's got that man Landry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. That's caught left side by Landry. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to throw again. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away to his left. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
They're throwing it on 1st down, but no one was open, so he gets flushed out of the pocket, runs towards the sidelines, gets out of bounds with a good gain and a 1st down.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked by Jared Wilson. And the Jaguars are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
They'll run on first down. It's Robinson. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Making the play defensively, Carl Lawson.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now Lawrence. A slant to Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on first and second downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Lawrence. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. John Franklin Myers in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Boy, Charles, that time he took a bad situation and made it worse.
Yeah, you're almost putting together a nice little song there, aren't you? Because it's something you'll see from young quarterbacks. They have that tendency to retreat backwards instead of stepping up in the pocket.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. They'll go again with Bell. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movements. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
2nd and 6. Going deep here for Landry. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. And he's going to
today. From MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. For the first time, the Jacksonville Jaguars set to go here on offense, led out by the new face of the franchise, the #1 overall pick, of course, from this year's draft. It's Trevor Lawrence out of Clemson.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
The 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-to-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-to-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing it. He had a good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw taken in by Chark. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So for Trevor Lawrence, listen, the hype, the buzz, whatever you want to call it, it just surrounds this guy. One of the most highly regarded draft picks of the last decade or two. What do you think defenses are going to throw at him here in his rookie season?
Well, I think all the edge rushers can't wait to get a shot at him, especially his rookie year, because they want to see if he can handle the pressure when they come at him. But I think defensive coordinators, they know that he's well-schooled and he's very intelligent. They want that pressure on him. They'll throw those normal blitzes. They also want to throw combo coverages in the secondary to see if he can read them.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. And to throw again is Lawrence. He'll drop that underneath to ETN. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Check in on the numbers last week for Robinson. 18 carries, 72 yards, and a touchdown.
Has 9 rushing touchdowns on the season, so a lot of credit has to go to the rest of the offense because you know those big guys up front are doing work. But now the goal is to get to 10. And don't for a second think that the defense doesn't know that. They'd like to do their best to keep him at the end zone in this one.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Robinson's got it. And he is going to have a Jags 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Lawrence going to throw again. Connection made for Shaw. And down inside the 15.
Johnny, appreciate you being the latest follower, man. What's going on with you, bro?
We did see this in practice, didn't we? Because they allowed us to stay and watch and see what their opening script would be, even though we don't know the exact play calls. That looks a lot like what we saw them execute, doesn't it?
It really does. And nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
Bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Lawrence's throw into the hands of the receiver, Shenault. Touchdown, Jaguars! Laviska Shenault with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and it's now a 7-0 game. That one in the books as a 12-play drive, and it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Returnable here for Davis. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry of Le'Veon Bell. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. You know, we talked last week about the connection between Carter Landry and his rookie quarterback. They have really taken to one another.
And I think that the way that they've taken to each other has spread to the offense as a whole. They've made some really noticeable strides since we saw them early in the season. This unit now, they're playing loose, they're having fun, they're figuring things out.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. They'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep now for Landry. A fight for it, and this is caught. It's caught indeed. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends into the corner, great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively. And it'll bring up 2nd down. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 16 of the NFL on EA Sports.
It's an afternoon probably best suited for skating in Central Park, but we're across the river, and we are in for a cold one at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New York Jets. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
After seeing what he did last week, throwing 4 touchdown passes, I had to go to my thesaurus to try and come up with some great words for what he did. I'm still coming up blank. He was scintillating.
I'm going simple. I don't have your thesaurus. I'm going dynamite. He was dynamite.
I'll take it.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
This is Bell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
On second down, it's Bell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's caught by Davis. And he is going to have a Jets first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here's big. 5 yards remain on second down. He'll drop to throw. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
That's straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoyed things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So the hand got inside the face mask that time. Looked like a pretty easy call.
And it was, and we saw this in their loss last week. Penalties at inopportune times that led to their demise.
Looking to throw. Being chased out left. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal. Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. This is a long drive. Offensively, wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on, and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown.
And that's caught by Landry. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and it makes the score 7-0. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense getting ready to begin this first drive, and at the helm, the #1 overall pick back in April, Trevor Lawrence, the rookie out of Clemson.
And he is hot, hot, hot. Yeah, okay, so there's a blemish in there, right? He did throw one interception in the last game.
But 5 touchdown passes.
Okay, that's the offset you want.
I say bench him. 5 touchdowns, 1 interception.
You are tough, coach. I thought the ratio was if you got to 3-to-1, your quarterback was operating at peak efficiency. 5-to-1.
And a win.
And a win? Yeah, just let him keep throwing.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. The numbers for Jones last week, he was pretty prophetic. He said before that game, I want to get in the end zone often. He got there 3 times.
Yeah, it's one thing to catch a lot of footballs. That is important, but it's what you do after the catch that can make you great. And he had a great game last week.
No gain on the screen there at 2nd down. The Charles first drive here, a little safe completion underneath. Maybe get some rhythm, get your feet wet, so to speak.
I agree, and I like it because it's a lot like a basketball game when you're getting started and you pass the ball around so everyone touches it early and gets involved in the game. In this case, it's not just dumping it to a back and he's able to run with the ball, but you get your offensive linemen involved because they get to get out and run and hit people in the open field. Everyone getting their feet wet early.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 33. Lawrence caught Eifert over the middle. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. They'll run it. This is James Robinson.
Every time I see James Robinson make a run, as we just saw there, one word comes to mind for me, and that's determined. Undrafted, out of Illinois State, always doubted, and all he did, finished 6th in the NFL in rushing. What a find he was in 2020, and he expects that to continue in 2021.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Now Lawrence. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line. But once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Well, he pushed forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. They'll run for it with Robinson. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And now their defense came through with the goal line stand, got them the ball back. See what they can do about putting a drive together. Long way to go.
They need to reward that defense. Goal line stand, they've got to make that stand up themselves, right? Give the defense a chance to catch their breath on the sidelines. At least get 2 first downs. 3 would be better. Change field position. Let them catch their breath.
On second down now, it's Bell. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 57 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. But you talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
And it was going to be off target and incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them. Not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on fourth down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run it with Bell. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll set up to throw. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss, Elijah Moore.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
2nd and 3. And he's got the hook up to Landry.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On second down, it's Bell. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Completes it to Davis. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 40. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now back to throw. Rolling to his right. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
They'll set up a throw. And he rifles it complete. Caught by Landry. Touchdown, Jets. Carter Landry, his 2nd touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Jets go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. That one was an extended drive, 14 plays all told. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. touchdown. Here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the second time here in this game. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but and now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing? So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. A very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10, Lawrence on the slant, he'll get it to Jones. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. That's out wide here for Robinson. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight.
Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the Jets are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville offense ready to go back to work. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
On second down now, it's Robinson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. That's Jawan Taylor, the right tackle. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Looking to throw, Lawrence. This is caught by Robinson. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now Lawrence to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Jones. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. And the catch good. It's Eifert. And he is going to have a Jags first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They looked like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Lawrence there, complete to Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Throwing again here, it's Lawrence. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Nothing doing on 2nd and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on 1st. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. So he needed 1. He ended up getting 3.
And I really like the way he ran that one, too. That's really intelligent running because oftentimes a running back can get too greedy. Try and hit the home run on a play where you just need a few yards. Well done there, making sure you got the first down and not worrying about trying to get touchdown.
From the 24, Lawrence. Open man right side is Sharp. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
Lawrence will throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And now look at him go. The 30. 10. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. The mistakes continuing to pile up, and it looked like they were going to be able to eat into that deficit. Instead, now the deficit is even larger.
Yeah, they were on a mark with a chance to get back within a score, but now that deficit continues to grow.
Yeah, cat.
Got a little crush. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Rookie Trevor Lawrence of the Jaguar offense ready to take over. handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now Lawrence. He'll drop this one off with ETN. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And a dump off here to Robinson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
On 1st down, Robinson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd down and 8. Here's Lawrence. And that's caught. It's the tight end, Tyler Davis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Lawrence got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
On 3rd and 1, it's Lawrence. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Thomas. And the Jags are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there, it's going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Operating from the gun, Lawrence. This is caught. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Robinson. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He'll give up 6 yards there on the loss, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Jets are going to get the football back. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Again, it's Bell. And a short pickup here as we get across the 10 to the 11-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. They'll look to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
80 yards rushing for now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now this one complete to Corey Davis. Bulldozes past him. And out across midfield down to the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. And they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. They'll look to throw here. That's pulled in, the veteran Carter Landry. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 19. That one looks like he'll throw here. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. You got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are about to make it 4 straight as they add to this 4th quarter advantage. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game is played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Ready. Check back 21. Strip the ball. Strip that ball.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
And he'll be out of bounds up near 45 at the 44. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays.
And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now.
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
So it's a victory here for the New York Jets. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What they call that, a total team effort. I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.
So for the Jets, it's a big win here as they move to 11-4 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Jacksonville, this loss really hurts their playoff chances as they drop to 7-8, which
So, Nia, you had the chance to talk with Manny Kahue recently, first-year offensive coordinator for the Jets. And I'm pretty sure he's the first NFL coach you've had on your podcast. Is that right?
He is, and it caught some people off guard that I was so eager to talk with him, but there was a method to my madness, as they say.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, well, so then consider my interest piqued here, Nia. Tell us more.
Of course. Look, his offense has been lighting it up week after week for about the last month, and in that time, he's become one of the trendiest head coaching candidates in the league. I mean, not this year, obviously, but next year when teams are looking for new hires, he's going to be at the top of everyone's list.
Well, I don't think there's any question about that. The offensive numbers are scary. I mean, that's almost undeniable.
Right, but aside from that reason, you also just look at the guy and you know that he's...
Playoff almost here, baby. Uh-oh, Nike, look at that nigga. Hey. Let's see. Did it change? Okay, yeah, it did. So, alright. Do something with team in it this week. Makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Definitely makes sense to do something with your team.
Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 17 of the NFL on EA Sports.
Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Tampa Bay coming out along with a man who needs no introduction, the great Tom Brady.
And he comes to the end of the season leading the NFL in passing yards. And that's not necessarily something you set out to do at the beginning of the year, but it's a good illustration of how remarkable and consistent he's been all season.
Brady now on first down. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Pretty darn good, as you see right there on your screen.
I'll echo that. Darn good. 2 touchdowns, right? And the ability to be in sync with each other, right? To understand that he's going to be where the quarterback expects him to be when the ball is thrown.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete here to his receiver, Brown. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered well, he somehow finds a way to get it.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Brady. His throw incomplete. And CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder, because you know you're going against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A 93-yard kickoff return. And the Jets have taken the lead. So they gave up the field goal, but boom, they get it right back. Don't even worry about getting their offense on the field. They return it on the kickoff.
So I see your 3 points.
And raise
your 6. Double it up, coming right back at them. And if that's going to be the trade all game long, someone's going to be very happy with the end result.
So let's try this again. After the kick return, TD, here's yet another kickoff. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their second drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk to all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Brady. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that,
They're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. The defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him. And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd and 6. That's to the veteran tight end, Carter Landry. Carter Landry with a catch there. We've been talking about him the last few weeks, CD, and what he's meant to this offense during this latest run that they're on.
Yeah, I've really been impressed by how this offense, but more specifically, this entire team has come together. A lot of times you get guys with different agendas, guys are complaining about playing time. You have all those factions in a locker room, but now with this team, they've really grown together as one unit, and they're really playing good football as a result.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
They've given up a few 1st downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 14.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7.
And that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
And he rips that one incomplete there.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
Back to throw here. Dancing to his left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. On play action, they'll throw. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on 4th down, this is a big call. So it was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
Throwing on 1st down is Brady. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. 2nd down and 3. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll kick away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. This is taken at about the 14. The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Escaping the pressure right. Man open, here is Crowder. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Going deep here for Landry. Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Carter Landry, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Jets will extend their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed, aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. A time to get another look at this Buccaneer offense. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. That's now a 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. 2nd and 10. Back to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone, space is at a premium for receivers to try and operate and shake themselves free. That one's incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. That pass just a little bit off and looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better you're going to be.
Tom Brady leads the offense out for their next possession. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
Well, good thing for him. It did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
To throw again on second down. Brady over the middle to Evans. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. Now Brady. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
The defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
Taken in at the 22. A good return there, 17 yards. Le'Veon Bell and the Jets ready to begin their next drive. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
First down, he'll drop to throw it. Man open is Keelan Cole, complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You've got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
Flushed out right. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
One of the things that led this organization to commit to him as a starting quarterback as a rookie, his ability to keep his eyes downfield and make plays out of the pocket. Able to see the receiver while on the move and complete a really accurate throw.
They'll look to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain there on the completion. It'll be second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3. This is kind of one of those in-between plays here, Charles, on 3rd and goal from the 2 or the 3 in that area. What do you dial up?
Something quick hitting. You don't have the time for something that develops.
Touchdown! Complete at the 1. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it's finished off by a New York Jets touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Mike Evans in the Tampa offense about to set up shop. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you...
And the pressure gets there. He'll go down. It's a sack. And it's going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. Quentin Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A reminder once once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Now they got to get to the line quickly. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Brady now on 1st down. He'll find Jones again, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, it's Brady. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 28. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. On 1st down, Brady. Looking sideline, incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this 1st half. Throwing now is Brady. This one swung out here to Jones. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. On 2nd and goal, Brady. That catch good for only a couple. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this 1st half. Brady now on 3rd and goal. He's got it complete to Gronkowski. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the 1st half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the 2nd half of Week 17 is underway. Returnable here for Davis. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Jets head out on offense here to start this 3rd quarter. And they will be in the playoffs as champs of the AFC East. But as it stands right now, Charles, they still would have to host a game on Wild Card Weekend because they're still looking up at that number 1 seed.
And that's when you tell your team, remember, guys, at the beginning of the season, what was our deal? Let's win our division and get to the playoffs. That was job 1. Let's not get greedy about the whole thing, because whether or not they end up with a 1st-round bye or not, you and I both know this team's going to be a tough out in the playoffs.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The give is to Bell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And now they're in the hurry-up. 2nd and 9 now. Steps away to his left. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Now a pass taken in by the tight end Herndon. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. Back to throw again. Being chased out left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the headlines. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. He will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a 1st down. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Going back to Lander. This time he's got him complete. And he's brought down.
I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. It's their quarterback taking it in. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. He continues to show at this level that he can not only pass for touchdowns, he can run for touchdowns.
Not the first time we've seen this, because this young guy, he really makes it happen. So what that tells me is the book on him has to change. You got to now plan for those legs as well as him throwing the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Here comes the return from the very back of the end zone. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly haven't been able to get him going, establish the run. So I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got you spin their ears back and get after him now.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. A nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Let's say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Now Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now that's a catch of some significance. It's number 631 of his career, and why that's significant, it ties him with Hall of Famer Raymond Berry.
He was one of the most precise route runners at any position during his time in his career. So I think that we're seeing something very similar here. He may not have known Raymond Berry, but he goes about his business the same way. Understands how defenses are going to play, understands where the leverage is, and goes away from it to the tune of 631 catches. There's a nice pickup right there. Now watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. Well, the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
It's a loss of 11 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. Going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. To throw is Brady. Throw right side, caught by O.J. Howard. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get...
And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucks. Mike Evans with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Buccaneers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. There he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And it's looking all the more likely that a 5th straight win is going to be in the cards. They'll try to run some time here with a 1st and 10. And oh, that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll drop to throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
He'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he is going to have a Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but the way that they pass trust it with such success? I don't know. Maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so. Well, they've certainly been successful throwing it around in this game, and that's allowed them to move the ball on offense. But I got to tell you, to watch them run the football and successfully, I'm not taking sides, but to see the ball in a running back's hands, oh, that's football for me.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. A handoff for Carter. And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Carter Landry, at this stage of his career, we know he's had some injuries, and he's been around a time or two, but definitely still a factor when you need the tough yards on 3rd downs. And he uses those big mitts of his to pull that one in and keep the drive moving.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. This one caught by Davis. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
No let up in this passing game. They've been a well-oiled machine throughout, and actually saw a few guys on the sidelines at the end of the 3rd quarter doing the old hold up 4 fingers college sign, meaning the 4th quarter is ours, and they certainly weren't kidding.
Looking to throw. The quick slant caught. Touchdown Jets. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back now comes Tampa Bay. That 5-game win streak is ticking away here in the 4th quarter. Just haven't been as sharp in this one. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Brady. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Brady now on 1st down. And that throw behind his man, he missed him, incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Brady's throw pulled in by Gronkowski. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. And it looks like this will be the last play before the 2-minute warning. Again, they'll throw with Brady. Got him in. It's Brown. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Meanwhile, Brady's throw on target to Godwin here. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. There he goes, left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? And he said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Bucs ready to take over once again. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. From the 27, Brady. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Brady to throw. And he finds Gronk. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against them.
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Open man is Godwin. It's complete. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big play there on the catch and run. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? And when you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Brady. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The hit comes comes late. We saw it. There's your flag.
And you know that there's a guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get one step. If you're within one step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that looks like an extra step was involved.
Now one final throw here is incomplete, and that is how this one will come to an end. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Jets, they improve their mark to 12-4 with one game to go. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So I gotta...
Today, from Orchard Park, New York, it's Week 18 of the NFL on EA Sports.
And we are underway in Buffalo. Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game and lean on other people to give them the yardage that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
It's a pickup before, and it'll bring up second down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Now it's Breida. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Now, these two division rivals, a couple of late games on the schedule this year. Their first meeting, you might remember, was back in Week 10, and it was the Bills winning on the road, so they look for the sweep here in Buffalo. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. This defense for the Jets, they were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And while you can't actually see confidence rising in a unit, you feel like you can. And when you look at this team, you definitely think that it is, because anytime you can tell your offense, just get us a couple of touchdowns, we got this thing locked down, that's when you know you're playing well. I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And yeah, I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. Here's Allen to throw it. And he's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he is going to have a Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. To throw, it's Allen. That's caught by Hollister. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far on the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
And punt down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this open drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there, and I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit.
Touchdown, Bills! That's caught. Dawson Knox, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Bills take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Bass, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out there, their 6'5" quarterback.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10. He was trying to go back to Corey Davis there, but it'll be 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Back to throw here. And oh, that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down. And boy, down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And it'll be...
Today, from Buffalo Bills Stadium in Orchard Park, New York.
Oh shit, it's snowing.
It's Week 18
yeah.
of the NFL on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. At a glance at the man under center at 6'5", he always demands attention.
And we both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only are they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the 2nd and the 3rd levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. Touchdown! Elijah Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets have taken the early lead on the road here in Buffalo. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Bills now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. Escaping the pressure. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Carl Lawson. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Allen now looks to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far and brings up 3rd down.
You definitely would like to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know.
Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Nickel Roby-Coleman. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So a 1st interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points. And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the 2nd time now in this 1st half, he's missed an extra point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Stevenson elects not to return it. It's a touchback. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And he'll look to rebound from the early interception that led to 6 points the other way.
And when he threw the interception and he had to come to the sideline, I guarantee his first thought wasn't about the interception itself, but what the result. And I know he was thinking to himself, come on, defense, bail me out. Well, they weren't able to in this situation. Now he's got to go out and atone for it himself, but he can't force things.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Allen. It's complete to Diggs. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed 1st down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
Tackle made by Foley Fatukasi, the former UConn Husky.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
From the 44, Allen. He'll dump this down to Matt Breida. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there. Going to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Allen now on 1st down. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Again, it's Allen. Works right side into the hands of the tight end, Knox. And just shedding him off there. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and
he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. His 8th rushing touchdown, his 12th overall. And the Bills have cut it to within a score. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And this is back to a 5-point game. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Time for another drive here for this Jets offense. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jordan Poyer. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Allen working the middle here. That's complete to Knox, the tight end. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. They'll try and run for this with Singletary. Oh, good move. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now Allen. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one. And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
Singletary will take this over the line. Touchdown, Buffalo. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line collected victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown pass to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. He's likely still kicking himself from the interception last drive that wound up leading to a go-ahead score.
And he's going to assume all that came with that one, all right? That's all on him, but he also knows he's got to erase it from his mind and get back out there. This drive, very important.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. to throw. Quick slant to Crowder. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, that's a nice job right there. He's looking downfield, but with no one open, he takes off and tries to run for it. He gets to the sidelines and gets out of bounds with a first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Dancing to his left. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It's a big play that time by the Jets.
Partner, it's often the man coverage is easier for a quarterback to run against. You get your receivers going downfield. Those guys are staying with them, and oftentimes they have their back to the quarterback, which opens up a lot of space and room, and they don't even know that he's taken off with it. What a big-time pickup on that play.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. Now they'll switch it up here. Look to throw. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And the Jets are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. First and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And the Bills are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
On second down, a run with Breida. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Here's Allen. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll set up a throw. Steps away to his left. Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And the Bills have recovered.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
like how they worked the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Operating from the red zone now, Allen, and he'll go underneath here to Breida. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll look to run with Moss. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Zach Moss, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that makes this a 9-point game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Returnable here for Davis. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. Flush to his right. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Second and 11. He's going to look deep now for Landry. He's got a man complete. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. So we've reached halftime here. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the third quarter. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. For the Buffalo offense, Devin Singletary heading back out there. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself, at this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
To the air, Allen. And he finds Beasley complete. 20, 10, 5, and he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. We know he's good at catching the football, but then after the catch, he's got escapability.
Not only that, he's got some toughness as well, because you know he's coached very hard to make sure he battles through, breaks tackles, and then they finish with, but don't fumble the football.
Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Josh Allen punching it in from a yard away. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you